start printing up money. They wouldn't be able to print enough money. Paper money.
I don't understand. Why wouldn't they? Isn't it infinite?
99% of the money out there is, they say, is digital.
Okay.
Okay. They'd have to print all that. They wouldn't be able to print it fast enough. Digital money they can create with a mouse click. Okay.
Oh, so you're saying the physical, they can't physically
They can't
can't
physically do it, right?
get the amount. Yeah, got you.
Okay.
Got you. Okay.
But the biggest bill they make is $100 bill, and I'm sure they have all the plates to make $1,000 bills, $5,000 bills, and they used to make them in the old days before all the inflation. So it costs 14 cents to make a $100 bill.
Okay.
That's a lot of profit already. It would cost 14 cents to make a $1,000 bill, a $5,000, a $10,000.
It doesn't matter the actual bill. It's the same pretty much. The
Same cost.
yeah, but the value of it from
Yeah.
technically is more, but not really.
Right. So just by adding zeros, there goes the fear of the government defaulting. But obviously, people would scratch their head and, why are we paying taxes then? All kinds of issues, right? Because that's where all the money comes from. So that's why they don't want to do that, because it makes it so obvious, but that's what it is. And if they did start printing, we'd end up in like Zimbabwe in short order. They took 12 zeros off their currency.
Bro,
before it collapsed. Yeah.
the fact that you mentioned that, it reminds me of, and by the way, there's a lot of times that I'll interject. If that bothers you, let me know, because I could let you flow. But when I interject, it's usually because I need clarity on something, or I relate and there's something that I've heard or learned in the past, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool that you're talking about it. So just so you know, okay? But Zimbabwe, I took a course by Andy Tanner, and he taught me about that. It was maybe 2 years ago, and I learned about how in Zimbabwe you could buy, like, they had the big bills, but it took hundreds of them just to buy like a banana.
Yep.
Right? So it took a lot of fucking bills just to buy like low cost item
Yep.
stuff. But yeah, continue rolling based off. I just wanted to share that.
So yeah, we basically have had for the last 50, 100 years constant inflation. That's why a car costs $40,000 when it used to cost $1,000, right? And with the $39,000 come from? They were created, and now they're floating around. So, people were talking about bank runs today. Well, it used to be a bank run was when you went and got your silver dollars from the bank, put them in your pocket, and you took the value out of the bank and you had possession of it. Today, what they're calling a bank run is when you, from your couch, you get online and you move your digital credits from one bank to another.
Ah, that's what happened with a couple of banks in California recently.
Yeah.
What's the place we talked about that you said? Not Lehman. The place where they build technology.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
So yes, there was banks in Silicon Valley that happened. This way.
Yep.
So bank runs.
But they're calling transferring the money digitally to another digital computer, they're calling that a bank run. See how the very definition of a bank run is changed because of digital money. You can't withdraw digital money. They don't have a wallet for the Federal Reserve tokens. You can't go and take your digital money. You have to get paper money.
Okay.
And they don't have enough paper money
To satisfy if we technically did a bank run.
Yeah. So that's part of the shell game going on with words. But reason I bring that up is I made a joke at a public forum. Yeah, you're gonna have to go with a wheelbarrow load of digital tokens in order to buy a loaf of bread. You can't get the paper, and you can't put digital tokens in the wheelbarrow, of course. And yeah, you can't get your money out because okay, the trail is right down here. We can get through that.
What are your thoughts on this? I don't know how the initials are. I think CBDC. Is that it?
Oh yeah.
So does that play in a role into what we're talking, like with the digital and the Fed? Do you think that would help with this, help them to mitigate the risk of, you know, the people getting angry, but not technically help the problem? That's my thoughts. What are you thinking?
If the money is already 99% digital, and I believe it is, okay, converting that other 1% now that's now paper into digits